tuning into today's video. Well, I've done a video earlier on looking at the snow that's going on across the country today. If you want to see about the snow events, see whether you're due to have snow in your area, then check the video. It'll be just underneath this video. The snow video will be directly underneath this video on my homepage. So just check that out if you want to see whether you're due some snow today. This video I'm going to look at the temperatures in the coming week. We're going to have some really cold weather coming up later on in the week, and then possibly more snow over the weekend as the Atlantic is to turn it milder. Now, for a going video, just want to talk about the advertising. There'll usually be a video ad overlaying my web videos at gazweathervids.com. Please play those ads. You'll be supporting gazweathervids.com by doing that. So we're going to start off on Wednesday the 16th. So this is 2 days away. We've got high pressure over Scandinavia really dominating the weather, giving us an easterly flow. It's a slack flow, but it is coming in off the continent, and the continent is very, very cold. If you have a look at the upper air temperatures on Wednesday, well, we're not so cold upper air temperatures, but we're all within the -5 isotherm. Got -10 HPA up there over Scandinavia. Not severely cold, but once we get down to the surface and we have a look at the dew points, well, they really paint the picture, because we've got some very cold dew points there, not just across the British Isles, but across much of the continent as well. And the flow is coming in from Germany and below countries where we've got dew points below -10, so that's severely cold, low-level continental air there across the continent. In these continental flows, the upper air temperatures don't always show you the full story. The upper air temperatures can be not all that cold really, but once you get these low-level continent flows, if the air is very cold at the surface, and that tends to be the deciding factor really. Now, have a look at Thursday's dew points. We can see again we've got some severely cold dew points there across the continent below -10. Very cold dew points also coming in towards the British Isles, down to -10 perhaps in a few places. So really cold, low-level continental air as we go into the end of the week. And there's the chart for Friday with high pressure over Scandinavia, bringing in still this easterly flow, so the air is coming from Germany, from the Low Countries, where those dew points are very, very cold indeed. There's the extent of the freeze-up that's going on across the continent at the end of the week on Friday. Much of the continent away from southern parts of France and the Mediterranean having severely cold dew points. As I say, with the easterly flow, that cold air is being pushed in to the British Isles. So these are forecast temperatures from the GFS model, starting off with Wednesday morning. This is 6 o'clock on Wednesday morning. We see models widely forecasted temperatures down to -5, -6, -7. If you've got snow cover, you can take that lower, possibly to -10. -10 is 14 Fahrenheit. Temperatures forecast to stay generally or below freezing for many parts of the country away from the far south and southwest as we go into Wednesday. So temperatures hovering around 0, -1 in quite a few areas. Even colder probably as we go into Wednesday night, Thursday morning, with temperatures again widely forecast to be -6, -7, -8. A distinct possibility. Look how cold it is over France and the Low Country and into eastern Germany. Widely -10, -11, and the North Sea doesn't modify that all much. So yeah, we do have a potential there, but if you've got snow cover, for temperatures to be getting into the double digits at the end of the week. Thursday's maximum temperatures again forecast to be around or below, well below freezing there. Some parts of northern England, that's over the snow cover, I think, over Pennines, with the temperatures not forecast to get above -3 up there. Generally, I think we'll be just getting up towards -1, 0 degrees for many. Again, the southwest is always milder. That's because we've got the Gulf Stream, of course, flowing up close to the tip of Cornwall, so it's always mild down there. And there, it's pretty cold, really, with temperatures around 3-4 degrees. And a very, very cold night on Friday, Thursday night into Friday. Temperatures again -6, -7, -8. Again, if you've got snow cover, you can go lower than that into double digits. And again, for Friday, it's looking like temperatures in the day stay below freezing for many. Actually, Friday's an even colder day, if anything, with temperatures really struggling to get above -1, -2 degrees for many of us. And then again on Friday night, another very severe frost coming up across many parts of the country. And again, look how cold it is over much of the continent. That cold air is being pushed in across the British Isles. So although we don't go as low as in over Germany and the Low Countries and eastern parts of France because of the North Sea, nevertheless the idea is that we do have some very, very hard and in places severe frost at the end of the week. So a real freezing sort of spell of weather coming up later on in the week. And then as we go into the weekend, the Atlantic starts to try and push these areas of low pressure in from the west. They're coming up against this high pressure to the east, and of course got that cold wedge of air over the continent. And well, this is difficult to say what happens with this really, because as we move through, the GFS model wants to take an area of really heavy snow, probably across the country from Saturday into Sunday, and then introduce a westerly wind. But these blocking areas of high pressure over Scandinavia are always harder to break down than the models think they're going to be. You've got that really wedge of cold air stuck in the system, and the cold air is always harder to shift than the models believe it will be when you're a few days away. So we do have to really keep an eye on this. The UK Met Office showing that we've got the low pressure down to the southwest on Saturday. That's trying to push weather systems up, but look how slow it is on the UK Met Office to get that weather system to move in. Actually very little movement indeed from that area of low pressure as weather fronts strung out here coming into that cold air, producing probably a lot of snow, and it's a real struggle to get that weather system up. That's actually probably a more likely type situation really in this type of battleground scenario than the GFS's idea of a quick push through. This is probably more likely because it's always harder to shift those blocking areas of high pressure than the models think it will be. The ECMWF showing that for Saturday we're in that easterly flow. As we go through into Sunday and Monday, we try to push this area of low pressure in off the Atlantic. There's weather systems, weather fronts moving into that cold air will be producing snow if it comes off, and eventually we're pulling the winds into the west by Monday, midnight Monday. But it's a slow old process, and again I think we do have to be quite wary about that. The GEM for Saturday, again we're bringing in this easterly flow, but there's the deep low pressure in the Atlantic trying to establish the Atlantic air as we move through Sunday into Monday. Eventually that Atlantic air does establish, we take an area of snow across the country, eventually it turns milder, but again we do have to wait a little while I think on that because it's not at all certain. I don't think that it's going to be quite as straightforward as that. So some really cold weather coming up in the second half week, mainly dry, not a lot of snow around, but really cold with very hard frost, severe frost over any snow cover, and temperatures by day struggling to get above freezing. And then at the weekend we've got real problems as low pressure tries to come up against that wedge of cold air. It'll struggle, it may eventually make it, but it will be a struggle, and in the process there's a very good chance that we'll see more snow. I'll be keeping you updated on it through the week. That's it for now, thanks for watching.